Don't be like me. I came from flat to fat, so I could be 2 years ahead of glute gains if I just trained right. Hey, my lovely ladies. Oh, I like saying it like that. I'm going to take you through my current glute day. Myself a new workout plan, and I wrote myself a new glute workout that I'm going to be following over the next couple months. Make sure to stay tuned until the end of this video to see my current favorite glute workout that has been blowing up my cheeks, and that will give you an absolute thumper. But before that, let me teach you how to actually grow your glutes, because I don't want you to make the same mistakes that I did, because I love you and you deserve to know how to grow a thumper just like I did. I love you. I want to talk a little bit about glute growth before taking you through this workout. But listen, first and foremost, growth takes time. You got to be so patient. You're going to see so much misinformation on the internet, so many stupid little stair kickbacks, all of these coaches being like, this is the only way to grow your glutes, or do this complicated, weird looking exercise and it'll grow your glutes. Physically, it's demanding to grow your glutes, but the answer to growing your glutes is simple. Let me just give you the short tidbits of what it's going to take to grow any muscle group. We're talking about the glutes right now, because 1, follow a structured plan. As I just said, I just made myself a new workout plan. Try to make a plan that you can stick to. 2, follow progressive overload. Sydney, what is progressive overload? Progressive overload is the increase in volume over a set period of time. So this could be the weight or the frequency in your strength training routine. You make a goal each week to get a little bit stronger, or maybe you're not going crazy increasing the weight every week. Maybe you're able to do more reps, push past failure. Another form of progressive overload, focusing heavily on form. This one is huge. You're not feeling that muscle group in your movement, and you're putting up 3 plates on a hip thrust and you're feeling it in your hip flexor and your quad. Chances are your glutes aren't engaged. Guess what? Your glutes aren't engaged. It's not working. It's not placing the stress on that muscle tissue. It's using other muscles to get through that movement. You want to make sure you are using a weight that you can control for your repetition, so that way you can control the weight, you feel it. Make sure to get that form down before trying to progressively overload into heavier weights. Even if you've been in the gym for a long time, sometimes it's good to take a little deload, down the weight a little bit, leave the ego at home, and really targeting the muscle that you're trying to use, whether that's glutes, quads, shoulders, whatever it is, I don't care. The 2 things I think that held me back in my first couple years of training, I didn't eat. First of all, we'll get into that. And 2, I tried to ego lift. I'd be putting up 3 plates and I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna grow my glutes because I can put up so much heavy weight on a hip thrust. In reality, my hip flexors and quads are doing all the work. You know what? Your girl's quad dominant now. That's my own fault. I really understand the mind-muscle connection. There's no going back. Number 3, arguably one of the most important ones, is eating. Baby girl, you have to eat to grow your booty. Have to eat. That's it. That's all you have to do. And I'm not telling you to go bulk and get fat. No. First starting out, you can start off at a maintenance and then gradually move. Okay, maybe I should be in a couple 100 calories over my maintenance. What are your maintenance calories? Your maintenance calories are the calories you need to eat to stay the same weight. Now, that doesn't mean your physique's not going to change, because even though you're out of maintenance, what could happen when you're first starting is what's called a body recompetition, an increase in composition, an increase in muscle tissue, and a decrease in body fat. Chances are that's what's probably going to happen, especially when you get in those newbie gains. I like to shoot for 200 to 300 calories over maintenance if I'm not trying to go crazy. And I've been a girly who's taken the bulk too far. I've been there. I've done that. I regretted it. But you know what? You don't have to. You don't have to. How do you calculate your maintenance calories? It's easy. All you have to do is go to Safari. Type in TDEE calculator. What does TDEE stand for, you ask? Total daily energy expenditure. How much you're expending in a day in relation to your exercise, the movement you're doing outside of exercise, yada, yada, yada. How much you're burning in a day. That's going to tell you where your maintenance calories are and what you need to be in a surplus to grow, or what you need to be in a deficit to lose. And if we're talking about muscle growth and glute growth, you gotta eat. You gotta eat. Listen, that is something I regret so much in my first couple years of training. What I would try to do is I'd try to restrict, starve myself, do all this crazy amount of cardio because I thought I was fat, when in reality, all I needed to be doing to tone up and grow legs was to eat, to fuel my muscle tissue. Food is fuel, baby. You have to eat your carbs, you have to eat your fat, and then most importantly, you have to eat your protein to repair the muscle tissue that I hope you tore down in the gym, because guess what? When you're in the gym, you're not building muscle. What? You're tearing it down. You're breaking it down. You're making it cry. And what you do when you go home over the next 24 to 48 hours, you're eating that protein to restore it, to build it, so that way you're stronger for your next session, so that way you can progressively overload and follow that training routine that you made for yourself. Don't make the mistake that I did. If you want glute growth, you need to eat. You need to fuel your body. And I'm not telling you to go crazy, okay? I'm just like, maybe a little bit of a maintenance. A little bit of a maintenance. Don't be like me. I could be 2 years ahead of glute gain if I just trained right. That's crazy. Like, I could be so much further ahead, but you know what? This is a journey, and guess what I didn't do? I didn't give up on myself. And you know what? You're not going to give up on yourself either. Basically, that is literally the stupidest, easiest breakdown of how to grow any muscle tissue, but more importantly, glute. Come with me through my structured routine right now that I really like and enjoy. And guess what? This workout might not be for you. You might love it. You might blow up your cheeks like me with this one. Or you can find movements that work for you. This is my workout that I like right now. Anyways, I'm going to shut up. Facilitate these glute gains. Say this out of tough love because I love you and I want you to have the fattest, juiciest around. Slay. Let's go get this lift. I just got my hair done. Please comment telling me you like my hair. Hopping straight into the workout, every single glute day I always start off with hip abduction. My gym has a fancy machine, but you can use any sort of hip abduction. Every movement I usually do about 4 to 5 sets, any rep range from 8 to 12 reps. No matter what type of rep range I'm doing, I am pushing close to failure and I am training with intention, with intensity. Going straight into the kill for hip thrusts, I tend to not go too heavy with hip thrusts. Max I'll do is like 2 plates because I really want to focus on that glute engagement. I usually do more volume on my hip thrusts unless I'm feeling good, because an issue I have is getting my glutes engaged and my hip flexors trying to take over for that glute movement. So that's what I meant earlier by mind-muscle connection. Really focus the muscle group that you are using. A hyperfixation song at the moment. Anyways, I recently added sumo deadlifts back into my glute plan. I do these for 4 sets of about 10 to 12 reps. I don't go too heavy with these. Again, just focusing on engagement of my glutes. And these have been leaving me pumped up. Let me tell you, my cheeks were on fire at the end of these sets. And then RDLs, this is one of my favorite movements. So this is a hinge movement. Something I like to tell my clients is pretend like there's a rubber band wrapped around your waist and somebody's pulling that rubber band back on your waist, shifting our hips back almost like we want our glutes to hit a wall, keeping those dumbbells as close to our shins as we possibly can, and keeping that core tight and our chin tucked. RDLs also target the hamstrings as well. I do feel I get a little more glute bias when I have a slight bend in my knees. And then our hamstring curls, these are pretty self-explanatory. Again, I'll usually do rep ranges. I'll usually do about 4 sets of anywhere from 8 to 20 reps, depending on how much weight I'm using. I've also been including glute bias back extensions in my workouts. Again, my gym has super fancy equipment, but there are plenty of good back extension equipment pieces at probably your gym, and you can either do it free weight as a burnout or with a lighter weight. And here is the pump from my current structured glute day on my plan. I really hope you like this video. I hope you try out this workout. If you try this workout, let me know. Like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have any questions, shoot me a DM on Instagram, comment down below. But I love you so much, and I can't wait to see your cute little glute pumps. All right, bye.